Okay guys, Mike here. I'm on the edge of town again, this time heading for the lake behind town. It's about a 1 kilometer hike away and it's about 7:45 in the evening. So I've got my gear for overnight, night hiking. Some extra flashlights and stuff. We're going to do a bit of hiking, get some exercise, a bit of fresh air. Try and do some frog spotting tonight at the lake, and a bit of astronomy once it gets darker. Let's go. Oh man, I really feel sorry for the Canadians living down east where the hiking being in the forest ban is on, because this is really nice. Really relaxing, good for the mental health, good for the body, good for the mind. Let's keep going. Okay, this is pretty easy going, guys. This is a really well maintained, well, it's not maintained, but it's a well used trail, so it's not going to be any hard slugging like the last trip. We're at the first major crossing. This is the direction I came from, and then you can go left over there to join up with another trail that exits a different part, and I'm gonna go right up this way. It's nice out. It's real warm, nice and dry. It's only 34% humidity. It's gonna be a beautiful evening. This tree with the signs on it in front is where they put the bear warnings and stuff like that, and a little bit over to the left is the lake. So this was pretty easy going. I mean, it wasn't bushwhacking, that's for sure. We're like, I don't know, 25, 30, 50, 40 yards from those signs, just down there at the end. And what I'm walking on here is like an earthen dam that they built. And at the far end of this road where the trees are, there's a spillway that runs down a creek from this lake here off to my right. This is called Crofton Lake. Anyway, Crofton Lake used to be the primary water source for town, but now they're hooked up to a different source, I think through the pulp mill at the far end of town. And this is officially a backup water supply. If you want to bring a canoe up, people have done that. They bring kayaks up occasionally, and I'm sure the teenagers are out here swimming at times. And there's fishing in there. There's smallmouth bass for sure. And this little section right down here, starting about right here through the reeds up to this lookout point, this is where all the frogs are normally. So we're gonna take a look and see if we can see some, and maybe we'll come back and hunt some. Okay, we're gonna come back here at night with the flashlight just to see if we can see their eyes shining, because they shine real well at night normally. I'm just down by the water's edge here, by the lookout. And if I get a little bit closer to the water, you might see some splashes. They like to hang out right along the edge, just like you'd expect. Okay, there's one big guy right there, guys. Right where my fingernail is. And I'm not sure if I can zoom in or not. Okay, there he is, guys, right to the right of that rock, sitting in the water. It's not that big by southern standards, but this is the extreme north end of their range, so I just saw a couple of ducks take off earlier over there on the right hand side too. So I was kind of hoping to see some wood ducks, because I know they're native here, but they're pretty elusive. This is the spillway which has gone bone dry right now at this time of year. Lake level's just a little too low. But then, and we used to have to climb in and out of this and into the woods there to continue on the trail, but a while back somebody put an extension in right here with a little wooden bridge, and you can hear water running a little further down because out in the under the dam here they have a pipe that maintains the water level in the lake, so there is a bit of water flowing through the creek. Now it's you know, it only took about a half an hour to get up here, and I was screwing around with the GPSs and the compasses and stuff. Sunset's about right now, so we've got another 20 or 30 minutes of light before the flashlight's got to come out, and right now it'll be time to look for a spot for the hammock. Okay, this is the kind of area I'm looking for. Nothing on the ground that'll hurt if the hammock comes loose. Trees all a reasonable distance apart. This is the convergence of about 2 or 3 other trails though. And the problem is there's dirt bikers up here all the time, even though they're not supposed to be. And I don't want to have one of them riding right into my hammock. So let's keep looking. Okay guys, it's pitch dark out now, or close to it. I've got my pack over there on the ground and my bow hanging up on a little broken branch, my binoculars, and then I've got my hammock set up right here with the rain fly, mainly to just stop these, you know, dead sticks and stuff from falling on me. And I got a can of fruit and a couple of sandwiches if I want, and 2 quarts or liters, whatever you want to call them, of water, which I haven't touched yet. So, okay guys, I don't know how much you can actually see or not, but I see one bullfrog over there, and I see 2 more down there, 3 more down there, and I can hear them out here across the lake in various places. And oh, I can see eyes reflecting, let me think, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 over on this side in the grass. Okay, good morning guys. It's about 5:30 in the morning. Sunrise is in about a half an hour. I'm not really sure how well this video footage is going to turn out, but the bats are going crazy over the lake right now. They were out quite a bit, you know, last night, but it was too dark, of course, to even try and film anything. But right now there's bats flying all over in front of me. Maybe if I shine it up at the sky, a few will fly past the screen. And of course we had that nice full moon last night, so visibility was pretty good, you know, all night. Yeah, it's just like the bats almost just woke up and decided to come out for one last little kind of feeding. I'm standing on the little it's not really a dock, it's like a cement block, you know, kind of a lookout post for the you know, out into the lake. Anyway, the fish were jumping and there was animals, you know, maybe otters. I couldn't tell what they were, but they were, you know, bigger than frogs, you know, jumping in the water. On topic of frogs, my little buddy here down by the shoreline is still sitting by the same rock that he sat by all night. Okay guys, it's about 5 minutes until official sunup, and I'm standing right in front of where I set up my camp back here. Not really a camp, just a hammock and a place to put the pack down, but yeah, I mean, everything kind of went as planned. The moon's still up there somewhere. The bats were going crazy this morning, about a half an hour ago. And I have one last thing that I'm going to do this morning before I head back to the car, and I'm going to check my pace count. I brought my laser rangefinder, so what I'm going to do is go back to the far end of this and measure off exactly 100 meters, and then I'm going to check my pace count again. I had it figured out last year, and it seemed to be working out okay, but then I did some measurements on a map a while back, and I was out by about 100 meters over the course of about 800. So I want to check it again. Last time I checked, it was 72 paces per 100 meters on flat level ground, you know, just easy walking. So we'll check that again this morning. Okay guys, it might be a little dark, but this was where I had my little setup. You know, we're right down below the berm. That's actually the earth dam for the lake. Anyway, we're just below that. And you can see here I've already taken the fly off and packed that up and pulled the hammock back into the snake skins. Same thing as normal. I've got my tree straps, the hammock right here, more tree straps, and then I've got my pack and the bag for my hammock and little sleeping bag, and I've got my archery equipment hanging right there. So we're going to pack this up and go check my pace count and head home. Okay guys, I just did my pace count check along this little gravel section here. I measured off 100 meters with the laser rangefinder, right up here to the bear warning sign, and I came up with 73, which is pretty good. It makes me happy because my original count from last year was 72. Most people probably have a pace count between, you know, I'm going to guess 64 to 68, depending on your height and your stride length and how much weight you're carrying, stuff like that. I seem to be averaging around 72. So now it's a matter of just hopping on the trails here, straight back, about 20 minutes downhill. There's also another trail this way, and there's multiple trails, you know, that lead out from the woods over here. I've explored them all over time, but right now, just heading back to the car. Have a great day, everybody. Mike out.